Hey guys, we just got finished with our mock pour test trial batch. You heard what I had to say from an engineering perspective about what happens to that aggregate and what happens to the mix concerning water and chemical usage and workability versus pumpability. And now we're going to get a true expert in concrete pumping to talk about what he saw today and what is important for lightweight pours, mock pours, and trial batches. That's what we're going to focus on today. So Gary, the thing that I took out of today was every day's different. The first trial batch we did and first test pour we did, we weren't here. We were in DC, lobbying.
Yep.
We were having fun.
You bet.
But we had, it was dry.
Right.
It was dry, and the problem of that was, as I explained before, is the lightweight aggregate wasn't saturated enough, so it was taking water from the mix. Today, it was kind of great because you had the opposite problem.
We had it probably very well saturated.
Very well saturated. We had a lot of rain last night. We had a lot of rain this morning. So we had the opposite effect. And that's how touchy some of these mixes can be. And that's why it's important to get your aggregate right in your mix. It's a very important and crucial thing. And Gary, you were monitoring the actual concrete pump while we were pumping.
I was watching the concrete pump pressure because that's the operator's cue on how to monitor whether it's too wet or too dry. Once you establish a pump pressure, which we were running around 150 bar on the first truck, which was a little wetter, and on the second truck that came in at closer to the required slump that we were trying to accomplish, it was closer to 200 bar, which would be a good pumping lightweight situation. And that gives the operator the clue, if it climbs above that there's either not enough moisture in it or not enough chemical in it to give them the flow they need. So that helps the operator establish how to monitor his side of the tool to make it work. And
I think it's important to note that this is the reason we were talking with Tony, who's the superintendent for Wigand, and we should note we really want to thank him for allowing us to videotape and use this kind of footage and them as the guinea pig to look at this. But this job is eventually going to be for Wigand Construction, who's performing all the work on the Parkview Regional Medical Center tower expansion, which is a big job, and Parkview does a great job in this community in Fort Wayne, in the area. So they invest a lot into the community. So it's kind of nice to get together, do something good, but it doesn't just have to be these type of jobs. If there are large mass pours, or if there is a special mix, and Gary and I look at special mixes all the time, and if it's going to be enough over enough time, enough yardage over enough time, these mock pours and this type of testing for pumpability and getting together with the supplier, the quality control experts for the supplier, and the contractor, we all get together and we can all decide what we like, what we don't like, and usually there's no compromise needed. Eventually, what they like is what we like, and what we like is what the contractor likes, and it all comes out. That's why we do these pours. I don't see, us as an ACPA member, that's what we do to concentrate on service and safety. I don't see a lot of competitors
working that out
and donating a piece of equipment or the line dragons, as you saw, to really make sure that our customers are happy. And I think Gary's done it more so in Indianapolis than we have up here. And I think you can definitely say that is the kind of commitment that you want to show to your contractors, and the kind of cooperation you want to show to material suppliers.
Anytime you can dial in a mix before you get to the pour, just expedites it, makes the pour go much smoother. Everybody's happier at the end of the day. Material comes to the pump puts it in the hole, everybody's happy. When it shows up in the opposite, where the material is not pumpable, not pump friendly, and the pump either is struggling or the concrete company can't keep up, everybody gets upset, and money is kind of somewhat thrown down the drain. So the more problems you can iron out prior to any pour, the better off you are. Big pours or difficult mixes, like lightweight is always a difficult mix to pour. We've done 2 test pours, we've seen the difference, the contractor understands what we're trying to resolve, the ready mix producer has a better idea what they need to do. It'll make for several successful pours at Parkview Hospital in the very near future.